Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Tati. How are
Very
you?
good. Hi. How are you, Serena? All
Fine,
good.
fine. I'm doing great. And you?
Excellent. Thank you. Here we
Good.
are at the. he- Hello.
Yes. Let's try,
Yes.
since our friends are joining.
Okay.
Um,
I
I can see
will.
you well. Find the position
Okay.
that you feel more comfortable.
Yes. No, I will take a distance here from my partner so I
Okay.
can do this. Right. And I think
There
you
is
can see the
Marta. Oh, the view.
the beautiful
Okay,
at the
we lost
terrace
her
of
for a
the
second.
hotel
Okay. Hmm.
at the Iguazu National Park. You can see the Iguazu Falls right behind me.
Tati, we lost you for a second. Tell us again where you are in this moment.
Oh, okay, sorry. So I say again, I'm at the Iguazu Falls actually right now here.
Hmm.
I am at the terrace of the Grand Melia Iguazu Hotel.
Hmm.
And of course, looking at the amazing Iguazu Falls right behind me, you can see,
Hmm.
I think. And well, this is at the Iguazu National Park where I have the pleasure to work as a tour guide.
Right. It looks good. Is it warm? How is it the weather now? Kind of.
Yes, actually, yes, it's
What's
very
the
pleasant.
temperature?
Well, temperature is about 25 degrees Celsius, something near the 70s, I think, Fahrenheit. And actually, it's a sunny day, very beautiful. This is our fall. So it's very pleasant, very mild, and beautiful weather here. Very nice.
Before we get
Summer.
into details, tell me, how is the
Yes.
hotel? Is it crowded? Are there people staying at the hotel? What would you say? Do you see
The
movement at the
hotel,
hotel?
yes, no, actually the hotel is working, it's open. There are some guests here at the hotel at the moment. Right now, this is our low tourist season, so
Hmm.
there's not many, but we always have some people. I don't know if you can see the pool from there.
Yes, of
There's
course.
some people at the pool right now, actually,
Ah,
right there.
lucky them.
Yes,
Very
enjoying
lucky.
the view from the infinity pool to the falls, to the right
Nice.
there behind, right, the devil's
Very
cave.
nice. Very nice.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I
beautiful
see
place.
the nature behind, and I would like to be there now.
Oh yes. See, yeah, actually, it's when we talk about the Iguazu Falls, it's not only the water falling, right? So it's all the jungle,
Right.
the rainforest that surrounds the falls, and
Yes.
that's so pristine and so untouched by the human that this is actually giving to our tourists, to our visitors, a very rich and close experience to the nature, right? It's
Right, right.
very authentic, I would say.
Tell us, as other friends join us now, what are the Iguazu
Mhm.
Falls a wonder of the world? What makes it different from other national parks that may have some falls too?
Well, yeah, certainly the Iguazu Falls are one of the seven wonders of the world. Um, actually, the Iguazu Falls are world fame because of this um,
Yeah.
name or title that they got to be a wonder of the world, right? But also, if we think about it, the Iguazu Falls and the Iguazu National Park, there's two. I'm in Argentina, but right over there, that's Brazil, yeah, and Brazil also has the Iguazu National Park. Both of them are UNESCO heritage sites. Right there, we can see the Brazilian one, right? So they are UNESCO Natural Heritage Sites, and that is so important because that is not only because of the beauty of the falls, that of course they are quite something, but also because of the importance of the rainforest that they preserve. It's the last remaining area of Atlantic rainforest, preserving some important endangered species. For
Hmm.
example, the magnificent, the emblematic jaguar, right? That's very famous.
And tell us, what can you do in this moment in the national park? Which are the activities are at the moment
Mm-hmm.
available and ready, the people that are visiting in this moment can do?
Well, when our visitors come to the national park, of course, from the beginning, since they leave their hotels, they travel through nature. Everything is green, birds, butterflies, and it's very, like I said before, very pristine. But then all of a sudden they arrive to the visitor center of the park, and actually they find all the services, all the services for tourists. So it's all here for the visitors. It's all prepared for the visitors. And when they want to see the falls, when they want to see the park, there's 3 trails that they can do to get right close to the falls. Mm-hmm. One of them is called the Devil's Throat, which is, I would say, the most famous part, the part that you cannot miss when you come here. The way to get there is by a train, actually. We have an electric open-side train, mm-hmm. and then a walk on a bridge to the Devil's Throat. And the main characteristic is that you get right on top of the Devil's Throat. How close you get to it. It's impressive, actually. It's almost 250 feet cascade. It's actually what you can see back there at the very end.
That is the Devil's Throat that you can see there?
Yeah, right there. That's the Devil's Throat. Actually, the Devil's Throat is the border, is where the border line between Brazil and Argentina goes through on the falls. So 80% of the falls are in Argentina and 20% in Brazil. That's why we also share this area with Brazil. But what I'm talking about is what you can do from Argentina side, right? To get right on top of the Devil's Throat. Then you have other 2 trails, like the upper trail, the lower trail, that give you access to different perspectives, different angles of the Iguazu Falls. Also very worth it, worth seeing. So that's how I would say how we describe this area, the accessibility. The main advantage is the accessibility, right? I would say, Silvina, that we have here at the park. Accessibility in 2 senses. On one hand, how, like I said, how close you get. You're right there. You feel like a little tiny ant when you come close to the falls. Actually, all my colleagues, when we talk to our foreigners, we always remember a phrase that Eleanor Roosevelt said when she visited here and a few decades ago, and she standed at the top of the Devil's Throat, and she said, "Poor Niagara," right? So,
right.
That gives us a description of the place.
They're very magnificent. They're very big, extended in miles and miles.
Yes, well, yeah. It's actually 1.5 mile long in extension that you can see from different areas. So at the end, you are walking about 6 miles, more or less, in the park. Yeah. And on the other hand, I was saying about accessibility, right?
Yes.
On the other hand, this park is very accessible. It's considered one of the most accessible places in South America, natural places, which give us also an advantage, right?
That means that people with reduced mobility can access to any part of the park or through the trails.
Yeah, to most of the place, Devil's Throat, Upper Trail, to all the most important spots. The train is also adapted for that, also for baby buggies, right, to get in the train, or wheelchairs. So all these facilities are prepared for that.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
And what's the best time of the year to go? Many people want to know if there is this particular time.
Yes. Well, actually, I always say the falls are worth seeing all year round. The water varies from one day to the other, from 1 week to the other. The rains are spread all the year round, so you can come whenever is a good time. But I would say if your clients like to see more birds, if they want to enjoy more the rainforest, well, our spring is the best time to come, which is from September to December, more or less. And that's when our birds are nesting, where more flowers are visible, and they can enjoy that part of our forest too. And also, don't forget that this time of the year, I said before, from April to June, that is our low tourist season. And that means not many people at the park. So that's also a very mild weather, like today, and a very enjoyable time here at the park.
As you know, we are approaching the summer from the north hemisphere, and many people are planning to start traveling. You know, in the States, there's a lot of people that had access to the vaccine, and with a lot of success. So I would like to know
Right.
which are the requirements that the state of Misiones and the national park has in order to enter and enjoy this beautiful place.
Yeah, of course. Well, first of all, for any person, not only tourists, every person to enter to our province, Misiones province here at the northeast of Argentina, they have to show a negative COVID test. So if they don't have it done with no more than 48 hours in advance, it's very easy because we offer them the facility of doing right at the airport when they arrive, just by showing a travel bill, and you do it for free. So that's also making it easy for the people and safe at the same time. And then about the park, when people is visiting the Iguazu National Park, first of all, they have to get a ticket through our website. So that means they have to get it in advance. And by that, they don't waste time or interaction, people to people, face to face, when they come here to the cashiers of the park. So an advance, a ticket taken in advance. And then when they come to the park, every group, every tourist that visits has to go with one of my colleagues, the tour guide, to visit, to do the activities in the national park. So in this way, the park, the administration, ensures that each guide with his group goes to different places at the same time, and we avoid agglomeration of people at the balcony. So one of them is going to Devil's Road, at the same time the other one is going to the Upper Trail, then the other one is in the food area that we also have here, and then they change. And that's all safe for everybody. Also, cleaning frequency that increased thanks to the protocol that we have here in the park, the mandatory use of masks, also something that we make sure people follow. So all those measures that are being taken to offer the people comfort, safety, and confidence, right?
Great, great. And what about the mitigation efforts that the park has implemented in the past?
Yeah, well,
because you've been working, for a long time. The park has been open for over a year, so now you have a lot of experience. And as far as I understand, Misiones province has made a lot of effort because tourism is one of the most important industries there. So everyone is aligned, like you said, the taxi drivers, the transportation, the guides,
hotels.
Everyone knows what to do, and it has worked really well for the past months.
Actually, thanks to all those efforts that everyone working in tourism has done, the national government had rewarded our province with a safe travel insignia.
Right.
So that is also helping us to make people rely on us, right? To rely on all these efforts, mitigation efforts that we've been doing since last year. That's correct. The national park reopened for national tourism on last December 19th. And since that, all these protocol and these mitigation efforts that I've been talking about were proved with great success, and it's working. It's all being done. We all make our tourists follow it, and everybody becomes very happy.
That's fantastic. And about the hotels, not only the Melia, which has an amazing location with a great view. What are the requirements and what have been doing so far? Tell us about the occupation percentage that they are allowed to have.
Yeah, well, the hotels in the city, that it's a little town actually that we have here nearby. But in the meantime, I'm talking to you. We have a visitor here in the balcony of the hotel. You see the capuchin monkey.
Oh, a capuchin monkey.
Right. Yeah, we are surrounded by rainforest here. So all services, but also nature around us. Yeah, open area, nature, going and coming. Capuchin monkey. Yes. So to answer to your question, all hotels, restaurants, also in our local town, has restricted the percentage of occupation almost to half. So also distance between tables, assisted breakfast, more frequency of cleaning too. All these measures that help to follow the protocol, not only because it's something that is by law, but also because it's helping them to have visitors, for people, like I said, to rely on them. right?
Right.
So you go there and it's all safe. Yeah.
I was thinking that because this nature is so nice for families, especially kids
Yeah.
that are learning
Yeah.
about the earth, the Amazons, the taking care of the earth and nature in general. Uh,
Yeah.
the experience that they can take home after visiting that amazing place. The
Yes, of
teachers
course.
can
Yeah.
continue with the learning process, from when they visit
Yeah,
to the
actually,
moment they go
they
home. They do, right? And what activities are
they
good for
do. Yes.
families? I know we know
Well,
this, and many people who are listening to us may know, but it will be nice to know which are the activities that today they can do, and especially with kids, no? Which activities would you recommend?
well, apart from what we've been saying of the park that is all very well prepared for kids, actually, kids are usually remaining with this nice message of preservation
Right.
that you were talking about. But also in our local time, we have some additional activities that parents can take the kids to do. Like there's an animals refuge, yeah, that where there's a guide that teach them about the recovery of animals, and if possible, they release them back to the forest. There's also an outdoor museum where they can see a replica of a huge Guarani trunk made of ancient tree trunk over there. And also, well, they can visit our native people, tribes, our aborigines, so the Guarani people. So that's also very, I would say, it would enrich their experience, right? The kids remain with that feeling of having learned a lot.
Sure, for sure. And for adults, I understand
For
it's very
adults as
easy
well.
for,
Yeah,
yes. And
yeah.
Tati, I wanted to ask you, tell us about the connections and how to get to Iguazu. Which are the flights that typically they come from Buenos Aires, from which states in
Yeah,
Argentina and other states in other countries? How to get to
yeah.
Iguazu
How
National
to
Park?
get here? Yes,
Or,
actually, well, we have our local airport right outside the national park. And well, to get there, you have a direct flight from Buenos Aires of an hour and 40 minutes, an hour and 45. You can also have direct flight from Cordoba, that is at the center of our country. Or you have different connections that, well, at the moment that the people travel, they have to check about availability. Of course, our national airline goes updating different connection routes, so they can update that, and you can look at the website at that moment. But certainly, it's very easy to come here. Once you are at the airport, 20 minutes
right.
drive, and you are at the park or in our town.
Maybe you can ask the cameraman to show a little bit like
Yeah,
an overview, a little bit, move the camera to show
if you
a
go
little,
more,
behind you. Yes, if it's possible.
para mostrar un poquito acá
Yes.
detrás.
So now, yes, you're pointing
Yeah.
at the end of the pool. In that
Yeah.
direction is Puerto Iguazu.
No, actually, the roof that you can see over there is a historical building. It's the old Hotel Cataratas. Right
Okay.
behind that is all the trails and the access to the falls.
So
This is
the
right in the
trail
heart of
starts
the park.
right outside of the hotel is where the trail starts.
Yes, actually, yes. One of the advantages of staying in this hotel is that the guests have a direct access by walking to the park.
Right. Okay. And this is the terrace
right
of the
now,
hotel, one of the terraces.
yeah.
And I understand that many
Yes.
rooms are facing the same direction, right?
Half of the room, more or less, are facing the falls. Yeah, they are facing the same view that you were looking behind.
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
And Tati, tell us about the gastronomy in Iguazu, the options that we have there. The monkey, it's really having a great time. He's curious about the camera and what you're doing.
He's providing entertainment. Yes, actually, for eating something, the people are staying at the hotel. They have enough facilities here, restaurant, bars. But then, if you go to the town, you will find different restaurants. There's an avenue full of different options, from what can be a typical Argentinian picada, that is like tapas, right?
Yes.
Different stuff like cheese, olives, salami, different things. or also our typical asado, right? The barbecue, the Argentinian barbecue. We're very famous worldwide for that.
Yes.
But most locally, because this area is also surrounded by huge rivers, like Iguazu, the Paraná River, our local dish is the freshwater fish.
Oh,
2 or 3 right there. The monkey. Yeah,
that's a
right, looking
monkey.
at Brazil.
That's a
That's
monkey.
the monkey. Yeah, actually,
It's
one
a.
of the travels that yeah we have.
I think Juanjo
Yes,
has a remote control, and he's probably
yes.
moving him.
Yeah, Juanjo is asking to the monkey to climb there.
You know,
Yeah, actually
our
we have people eating
logistics
down here. Yes.
our logistics couldn't be better. Is he there, the monkey?
Right now he's sitting behind the roof. Yeah, the thing is, people is sitting down there, and he's looking at the people eating.
That's so funny.
So
That is
yeah,
fantastic. Anything that, if you want to say anything to our friends and clients that are
yes,
now,
actually, yeah, for sure. Actually, first of all, I want to thank everybody for hearing. I want to thank the hotel, the Grand
uh-huh,
Melia Iguazu Hotel, for the setting, for giving us the place to
yes,
record it with the beautiful view they have, and the staff that is very nice to work with. So they were very nice to us actually. And also to Sol Iguazu for the logistics that you were mentioning before, ABAX Travel for the invitation. I don't want to forget anybody. And well, I want to say that people can come to Iguazu, that you can choose us because we are here waiting for you. Everything is ready. We are proud of what we've been doing with all the efforts that we've been talking about. And I think that whenever it's possible for them to come, it will be very nice and they will have a great experience they won't regret.
wonderful. Yes, I totally agree with you. I think it's one of my favorite destinations in Argentina, and all the people that have been in Iguazu really love it because of nature, as you can see, is right next to you. It's
Yes,
untouched by humans, really. It's in its most natural state. The lakes and the rivers are so pristine. All the constructions of hotels and boutique hotels, lodges,
yes,
they respect the nature. They're like integrated. And also, I have to
yes,
say
of
that
course.
the quality of the guides, the drivers, all the people in the industry are top notch, are in the highest level, very knowledgeable, like you. And I want to thank you for
Thank you.
your time and all the things you thought up to
A
say
pleasure.
today, and also how they make the stay so enjoyable and special because not only we learn a lot about the importance of the trees and the animals, the ecosystem, but also we can appreciate things much better when we are with a guide with that knowledge that teaches so many
Yeah,
things
that's the idea.
that otherwise
Mm-hmm.
we would lose. And also want to thank
Yes,
Guillermo,
of
who's
course.
in Madrid now, Guillermo and Daniela in Buenos Aires, Guillermo in Madrid. He's ready for the Fitur, which is a very important
Ah,
international trade fair that happens for the first time in a long time. It's going to be presential, face to face. Many
okay.
professionals in tourism from Argentina, South America, the United States, and of course Europe are going to meet and resume in a way the activities that we
That's wonderful.
transfer to Zoom, but
Yes,
now
yes,
finally there's a lot of expectations about this meeting, and it's all related to tourism and the travel industry. So we want to thank Guillermo and wish him a lot of luck
yes, also that.
in this
Thanks,
experience.
thanks, Lisa.
And we know
Mm-hmm.
he's going to do amazing. So thank you again to all of you for being there. This has been a nice peek through the screen to see how our beloved Iguazu Falls are doing. They are there and they're waiting for us. I can see there's a lot of water now, right?
Yes, right there. Yes, yes, of course.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
it's always impressive. Yes.
yes, it's amazing. So thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you
We'll
and a
see you
pleasure. I
soon.
hope you enjoyed it.
Hopefully, of
We'll
course.
be here waiting for you.
Okay. Bye. Have a nice day. It
Bye.
looks
See you
like the
soon.
sun came out, so I can see now
Yes.
it looks very green. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye
Silvina.
bye. See you
Bye-bye.
soon. Gracias, Tatiana. Thank you so
See
much.
you.
Bye bye.